Write 152 as a product of its prime factors. The way most people would do this question is they would use a factor tree. So I'm looking for factors of 152, so two numbers that are going to multiply together to make 152. Well, an easy, obvious one here is 2. 2 times 76 is 152. If you're not sure where the 76 came from, I've just done 152 divided by 2. Now, because 2 is a prime number, I can't split that up anymore, so I'm going to leave that there. The 76, how could I split that up? Well, I could either split it up into being 4 times 19, or I could split it up into being 2 times 38. It doesn't really matter, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to do 4 times 19. The 19 is a prime number. I can't split that up anymore, so I'm going to leave that there. The 4, I can split that up to be 2 times 2. Both of those are prime numbers, so cannot be split up anymore, and I have got all of the prime factors of 152. I now need to write it as a product, so multiplying those together. So we will have 2 times 2 times 2 times 19. Check that on your calculator. Make sure you do get 152. You don't want to be making any silly mistakes with this. I could write that as 2 cubed times 19. Same thing. And in this question, I'm allowed to do either way. So both of those are perfectly good answers. Right, part B. Find the highest common factor of 96 and 152. Well, I've already done 152. It's here. Let me do 96 now. Let's split that up into its prime factors. So I could have that as being 4 times 24. That works. Or you could have 2 times 48 if you'd prefer. That would also work. It doesn't matter, we'll get the same answer at the end of it. So the 2 can't be split up anymore. The 48 can. We could have an 8 times 6 is 48. We can split the 8 up into 2 times 4. We can't split that 2 up anymore, so we'll leave that there. We can split the 4 up to be 2 times 2. And the 6, I can split that up to be 3 times 2. And so those are all of the prime factors of 96. So I could write 96 as being 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, times 2 times 2, times the 3. So this is the 96, this is the 152, and let's look to see which ones are common in both of those. I've got 3 2's here, I've got 3 2's here. So those are the factors that are common. So the highest common factor will be 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And that is my answer. Now, that's the traditional way that a lot of people learn how to do this. And it absolutely works. If you're happy with this, stick with this method. I'm just going to show you a very quick way, a very quick different method that you could use. It's basically the same method, but it's a slightly quicker way of setting it out. So let me show you this really quickly. The 152, 2 goes into that 76 times. 2 goes into that 38, 2 goes into that 19, and then I'm going to stop. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 19. For the second question, I've got the 96. I've got the 152. 2 goes into both of those. If the 2 goes into the 96 48 times, the 2 goes into the 152 76 times. 2 goes into both of those. 2 goes into the 48 24 times. It goes into the 76 38 times. 2 goes into both of those. It goes into the 24 12 times. It goes into the 38 19 times. And at this point here, we've got to a prime number. So there is no number that would go into 12 and 19 other than 1. And so at that point, we know we're finished. And so my highest common factor is going to be 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And that was the answer to the question. And I've managed to do that much quicker than I did with the previous method. The other nice thing about this method is, let's say I wanted the lowest common multiple, which this question didn't ask for, but if it did, it would be really easy with this method, because I've got the 2 times the 2 times the 2, which is the 8, and all I would then do is the 8 times the 12 times the 19, which would give me, just on my calculator, 8 times 12 times 19 is 1,824. So that's another little advantage of using this way of setting your question out.